Brand 2 releases from the house of Gisada, Gisada Ambassador Gold and Gisada Ambassadora Gold. What is going on, guys, and welcome again to another video. In today's video, I have a brand new launch from the house of Gisada, and this is a pretty goldish bottles. Yes, this one it calls Gisada Ambassador Gold, and that's for men. And this is for women, and it calls Gisada Ambassadora Gold. I've been having these two bottles for about like 3 days, give or take now. This one, it was my scent of the day for the past couple of days, and probably I'm just gonna make it my scent of the day again today. And that one, I sprayed it on my hand, and I just sprayed it on my beloved one. And I've been smelling it all day, so I'm kind of familiar how this fragrance smells like. And alright, I just pulled out the notes of Fragrantica, and the top notes for Gisada Gold is ginger, bergamot, cardamom, pepper, lemon. Middle notes: sage, geranium, rose, lavender, vetiver, elemi, cypress. A lot of notes here. And the dry down or the base notes is ambroxan, oak moss, cedarwood, and labdanum. And according to Fragrantica, this one smells a lot like Extra Dose by Valentino Born in Roma, which I brought to the mix just to compare them side by side and see if it really is smell like Extra Dose or not. Okay, let's just spray Ambassador Gold in here. Sprayer, it's okay. It's not the best or nor the worst either. And yes, this one, when you first spray it on, it gives away an Invictus vibe right away. But definitely a more fresher, tangier Invictus, which I personally love. It's not as sweet as the Invictus, but it's definitely citrusy, tangy, fruity tangy, kind of like apricot in a way. I know apricot is not listed in here, but the ginger citrus combo, it gives away kind of like an apricot feel. Now let's just spray Extra Dose. Better sprayer, definitely. I only need 2 sprays of Extra Dose, and now I'm just gonna smell them side by side and see if they are that similar. I personally don't think so, not as much, but I really need to smell them side by side. Okay, Extra Dose now. Yep. As a matter of fact, this is really close. Ambassador Gold, on the other hand, is much citrusier, is definitely tangier, fresher, brighter, definitely way brighter than Extra Dose. And Extra Dose, on the other hand, feels a little bit sweeter and denser. But so far, aside from that, they smell very alike, which is not a bad thing. Especially that both of them really perform. And I love Extra Dose. It's my go-to going out fragrance recently. It just works great on my skin and I cannot plug it enough. This one, on the other hand, is definitely cheaper if you are looking for a little bit budget-friendly fragrance that smells like Extra Dose, but also even better for the spring and summer season because this one is definitely brighter. And I just love how bright it is, especially with that amped up ginger and citrus combo. It is also not as sweet as Extra Dose. So if you find this Invictus-like type of fragrances or Extra Dose to be in particular too sweet for you, you can go the Gisada Ambassador Gold route for sure. I think it's a great scent. It's a compliment getter for sure. It already got me a couple of compliments yesterday. It really projects out loud when you first spray it on for the first 2 hours, give or take. It really pushes out of your skin. I think it even pushes out more than Extra Dose. On the other hand, I feel like Extra Dose lasts a couple of hours longer than Gisada Gold. So it is all up to you. What do you prioritize first? Do you prioritize projection for people to be able to smell you? Or you prioritize longevity for a fragrance to last longer? I mean, both fragrances in terms of projection and longevity, they do pretty well on their own, but one is better than the other in terms of projection and longevity. Now let's just see Ambassadora Gold by Gisada. Top notes, it's pear, plum, orange, lemon. It is definitely fruity. When you first spray it on, you just smell a big blast of fruits, which is great, by the way. Middle notes: gardenia, frangipani, orange blossom, tuberose. It is also very floral, so you pick up on those floral nuances big time. So it is fruity, floral. Base notes: vanilla, benzoin, sandalwood, and musk. You definitely pick up on that sweet vanilla and that spicy sweetness from the benzoin as well when this fragrance dries down, but we still need to apply it on skin and compare it to Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian, which I brought here as well. This is the vintage nowadays. It's a white bottle, but still smell the same. A lot of people say Ambassadora Gold smells a lot like Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. I personally, honestly, don't agree as much because I am totally fine to wear Love Don't Be Shy by Kilian. I think it's a great date night scent. It is totally unisex. A man or a woman can pull this one off. On the other hand, this one is way floral, definitely much fruitier, and it smells definitely way more feminine than Love Don't Be Shy. But we're just gonna smell him side by side again to be the judge again. So let's just spray Ambassadora Gold on my inner elbow, and this one is definitely much stronger than Ambassador Gold, by the way. The female version, it is just beast, beyond beast mode. Literally, guys, I don't really need to get my inner elbow close to my nose because I really can smell it. It is projecting big time and it smells fantastic. It is a very pretty scent. It smells a lot like apricot again. The apricot note here, it's bigger. I know it's not listed in here, but that combination between plum and oranges, and I forgot what else does it have. It just gives out like an apricot feel. Tangy, a little bit sweet, fresh, but definitely tangy. And the orange blossom note here, it is not as big as the other notes, floral notes. Opposed to Love Don't Be Shy, I know it is an orange blossom bomb. It smells a lot like orange blossom. It smells different, guys. This one smells more like an orange blossom, vanilla, a little bit floral type of a scent, but it's definitely fresh orangey because of that orange blossom. On the other hand, this one is definitely much fruitier. I'm telling you, I smell a big dose of kind of like an apricot note, and that it is very tangy, fresh, with a lot of pretty florals that are huge in here. Not orange blossom floral like Love Don't Be Shy, but more of the gardenia and the frangipani. So in terms of these two fragrances, if they smell alike, it is not. I knew they wouldn't, but I just wanted to double check in front of you guys. But overall, on a woman, or if you're comfortable enough to pull off something like Delina by Parfum de Marly, this is kind of like a Delina vibe scent. It doesn't smell like Delina per se, but also if you're okay to pull off Delina, you'll be okay to pull off this one as well, even though it leans definitely feminine. Two great fragrances if you ask me. Would I recommend them? 110% for sure. Is it redundant to own Ambassador Gold as well if you already own Overdose? I would say yes and no. They smell very alike to a certain instinct, but if you just wanted something for the brighter days of the year, such as hotter spring nights or summer nights, Ambassador Gold would be even way better than Extra Dose, which is a fragrance that leans definitely for the colder season. Let me know in the comment section down below, have you tried these fragrances yet? I am curious and I would love to know. Links to most of my favorite fragrances gonna be in the description down below, so try out my favorite fragrances and shop. I always have the best prices online, so take advantage of the sales going on right now. And this is pretty much it, guys. See you guys next time. Peace.